I still remember the day my world shattered. My wife, Sarah, and I had been married for 5 years, and we were expecting our first child. I was over the moon, but a shadow of doubt started to creep in. Sarah began acting distant, always on her phone, and her work trips became more frequent. I tried to brush it off as pregnancy hormones, but my gut told me something was wrong. One evening, I saw a text on her phone that confirmed my worst fears. It was from a man named Alex, and it was intimate. My heart sank. I confronted her, and she broke down, admitting she'd been seeing Alex for months. She swore it was over, and that the baby was mine. I wanted to believe her, I really did. But the trust was broken. The next few months were a living nightmare. We were strangers in our own home. It was filled with anger, betrayal, and a deep, gnawing uncertainty. Was this child the one I was so excited for, even mine? The thought tortured me day and night. For the sake of the unborn baby, I decided I had to know the truth. I told Sarah I needed a prenatal paternity test. She resisted at first, accusing me of not trusting her, but eventually, she agreed. The wait for the results was the longest 2 weeks of my life. Every scenario played out in my head. What if the baby wasn't mine? What would I do? Could I ever forgive her? The day the email arrived, my hands were shaking so badly I could barely click it open. I took a deep breath and read the results. My world stopped. The probability of paternity was 99.9%. The baby was mine. But instead of relief, a wave of confusion washed over me. The baby was mine, but my wife had still cheated. The betrayal was real, even if the biological connection was confirmed. I looked at the results, then at Sarah, who was crying silently in the corner. The joy of becoming a father was tangled up with the pain of her infidelity. This wasn't a simple case of black and white. It was a messy, complicated reality. The DNA test didn't fix our marriage, just gave me a single, solid fact in a sea of lies and uncertainty. Now I was faced with an even harder choice. Could I raise my child with a woman I no longer trusted? Could I forgive her and try to rebuild our family? Or was the damage too deep? The journey ahead was going to be the hardest of my life, not just for me, but for our child. This is just the beginning of my story. Thanks for listening. Follow for more as I navigate this impossible situation.